Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to lecture number 4. Now we will start part B. In part B, we will discuss that what are different documents that are needed to be registered and submitted with the registrar of companies. So as in previous part, we have discussed that the person who form or register a company is technically legally called as promoter. So it is the duty of the promoter that he will also submit a number of documents with the registrar. And when the registrar is satisfied with all these documents, he will give the approval. He will give the certificate of incorporation to the promoters. So now we are discussing that what are different documents the promoter will have to submit. The first is the letter of proposed name of the company, the approved name of the company. In part A, we have already discussed that first of all, the very first step is that you will have to apply for the name of the company. When you get the approval letter from the Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan, then this letter will be the first document that you will have to submit. The second one is that there will be a color scanned NIC photocopy of the promoters. If there are more than one promoter, then all these promoters must submit their NIC photocopy, but that will be in color. And if the person is foreigners who want to register company in Pakistan, then he will have to submit his copy of passport to the registrar. So there are two documents. The third is the memorandum of association. It is the most important document. It is the constitution of the company, so it must be prepared with great care and diligence. Every company must have to prepare its own memorandum of association. The third is the article of association. Article of association is subordinate to the memorandum of association. Memorandum of association is just like the constitution, so article of association are just like the ordinary law, the rules and regulations. So it is the article of association according to which the company will have to run its day-to-day affairs. That how the election will take place, how the meetings will be take place, how the employees will be appointed, and all the procedure, elections, voting, etc. that will be mentioned in the article of association. The fifth document that the promoter must have to submit, that will be the personal information of the promoters who are registering the company. These promoters give their name, occupation, and addresses. That is the first thing. And secondly, they will also disclose that if their name is on the board of directors of other companies, or as a shareholder of other company or association or institution which they have currently holding them. So these are the first five basic documents. The sixth number is the statutory declaration. Statutory is from the word statute, which literally means an act, law. So it is a legal declaration, statutory declaration, or you can also call this as a legal declaration. In this legal declaration, it is the promoters who will declare that all the requirements for the registration of a company as mentioned in Companies Act 2017 are fulfilled. So this is the declaration that they will have to give. They will sign it and also submit along with the other documents. Along with this statutory declaration, the seventh number is that the promoter must give an undertaking that they have sufficient knowledge, skill, expertise in that particular field in which they are going to register a company. So they have the knowledge, they have the expertise, they have the resources. Because the company cannot be run by itself, you must need some financial resources. So all these things they will have to give undertaking. Undertaking, I think you know that it is the most important thing, that you bound yourself. Once you give the undertaking, now you are legally bound. If you have anything wrong, that you do not have a skill or expertise, or you do not have resources, then the promoter will be held liable. They will also, the promoter will just I have told you, they will also contribute the reasonable amount. Then along with that, original bank challan. Original bank challan will also be submitted. It depends on the company, the capital of the company. If so, according to that capital, amount will be submitted. As I have already, we have discussed that that amount will be submitted in the Muslim Commercial Bank or United Bank Limited. Then making a common seal, a company must have its own common seal that will be made, and it will also be delivered to the registrar. Because if registrar receive any letter on behalf of the company, so it knows that what is the seal of that company. 11 number, a company must apply and obtain a national tax number. National tax number, because as you know that company is a separate legal entity, it has its own personality, it is a legal person, so therefore just like an individual legal person, it has its own national tax number. And we have already discussed that a company pays dual tax, double tax. First, the company will pay the tax on its full income that it gets in a financial year, and then when the surplus is divided among the shareholder, each shareholder will again pay the tax. So company will have to pay according to his own national tax number. 11 number is that registration for sales tax number. The sales tax number will also be registered, because most of the company, as you are running the business, so the sales tax number is essential. Then these documents, when they are submitted with the registrar, there is a registrar in each province, and in federal that is capital, that is Islamabad, there is the Security Exchange Commission of Pakistan. So this is called as a subscription stage, in which the registrar will thoroughly examine all these documents line by line and word by word. And if there is any doubt, he can make verifications. He can write a letter to the deputy commissioner of that area where the company is to be registered, or its registered office is situated, proposed registered office is situated, and on the promoter, the registrar can make investigation through deputy commissioner. In case of private company, the registrar will enter the name of the company if the registrar is satisfied that yes, all the documents are correct, all the requirements under the Companies Act are fulfilled, then it will enter the name of the company in the register of companies that he has maintained, and will issue the certificate of incorporation. So that is in the private company. While for a public company, there are certain formalities which are to be fulfilled after the submission of these documents. In case of public company, it cannot start its business immediately, even after getting the certificate of incorporation, until certain formalities to start the business are fulfilled. For example, public company will have to issue a prospectus. In private company, no prospectus will be issued, because it cannot subscribe to general public to purchase its shares. Second, minimum subscription is required for a public company, while there is no such limit for the private company. Private company can start its business immediately, while for a public company, a certain minimum capital has been fixed that when up to this capital, the shares are subscribed, then the company will start its business. Minimum subscription means the minimum number of shares. First, they will be purchased by the shareholders, then the company will start its business. Directors share, the directors are bound that they must have to purchase the shares in cash. The director must purchase the shares in cash. So these are the formalities which are fulfilled. Then the company can start the business. So when you write a distinction, difference between public and private company, you can also mention that there are private company immediate after its incorporation, getting the certificate of incorporation can start its business. While on the other hand, the public company will have to fulfill certain formalities before starting its business. So that is the part B that we have discussed. In this part, we discussed the most important things, that what are different documents a promoter will have to submit with the registrar of companies. So when you in practical life want to register your company, so these are the documents. Very easy, very simple. There is no technicality in it. You can all make a file of these documents, and all this file will be, for example, here the memorandum of association. You will make 5 copies of it, printed. It must be in printed, not in written form. It must be in printed form. Number one, it must be class wise, not in one paragraph, but in class wise. An article of association, it will be just like a law, codified law. That is section wise, section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in one section, the name of the company, the second section, how the meetings will be started, number third, board of director, number 5, election process. So all these articles will just like sections 1, 2, 3, 4, while in memorandum there will be class wise. Class first, that will be the name class, class second, that will be the place class, class third, that will be the limitation class or the capital class. So in this way, this whole documents will be divided. And when we will discuss the memorandum and article, you will learn that is very, very easy and simple. Of you have thoroughly discussed it. You can also take help from the net, and that will make you master in how to register a company. So here we are going to close our lecture number 4, part B, and there will be a short break. After that, we will inshallah meet and we'll start part C. Thank you very much.